What's going on, everyone? Bran here from Bloody Breakdown, and today it's a big day. It's a big day. The second trailer for Spiral from the Book of Saw, the ninth installment in the Saw franchise, looking to reboot the franchise, take it in a different direction. And I got to tell you, everything I've seen up until now has been very promising. I have seen this trailer. I watched it earlier this morning at work. That's why I'm not even calling this a reaction. It's simply a review. I know I'll probably catch some sort of a strike or disciplinary action from YouTube for watching this, but whatever. It's something I want to talk about. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely watch along with me. It's great. Before we get into it, though, as always, leave a thumbs up. Check the links down below, Twitter, Patreon, if you want to support or follow me. And yeah, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Do all that wacky stuff YouTube wants me to tell you to do to help my channel. Yeah, there you go. I think I've almost got the script down pat at this point. So yeah, big day, second Spiral trailer dropping. It's been moved up now to May 14th. So we are a little over a month away from one of, just speaking personally, one of the most anticipated horror films of the year. I really want to see what they do with this thing. And this trailer does an even better job than the first one did that came out last year when we thought we were getting it last year, of really solidifying that there's going to be familiarity to this thing. But this is a different type of Saw film. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it.
This package just came in.
Get everybody out of here. Play me.
Hello, Detective Banks. Do you know where your officers are?
So the first thing I kind of want to hit on, and yes, I'm going to stop intermittently because, like I said, YouTube does not like certain content creators reviewing anything from a film studio. But the first thing that a lot of people have complained about is the voice, the hidden voice of whoever this new Jigsaw or apprentice or follower is. It's definitely not as intimidating as Tobin Bell's manipulated voice, but I will say it is a little bit unnerving if that's what you're going for. But I saw a lot of people talking about this, and I got to tell you, I'm not too concerned about it. But we'll continue. That pig mask looks badass.
Jigsaw?
Wait, I thought the Jigsaw killer was dead.
Yes, they have been thinking that for quite some time, and it is accurate. This dude is for Jigsaw to be not a supernatural killer. Holy shit, can he make a lot of sequels after being dead? Also, I don't know if you all heard, and maybe I should elaborate a little bit on it. That pig mask, granted, nothing new there. It's one of the few things about this trailer you'll notice that hasn't really been updated. But I will say I like that pig mask. And it does actually look a whole lot more, it's got a more realistic feel to it than the other ones did. I think some of the other ones felt a little bit cartoonish at points, but we'll continue.
He is.
Find him. We have hours, not days.
How can I catch this guy? If there's nobody on the force, I can trust!
You can't do this alone.
Whoever did this has another motive. Something personal.
When was the last time?
Oh, motherfucker. Has it dawned on everyone yet that we have Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson in a Saw film, that Sam Jackson and Chris Rock agreed to do Saw 9. Now, I know it's not called that, but that's what it is. I agree. And I understand it was Chris Rock had a big idea and epiphany about doing this, and it was kind of his thing. And I guess he got Sam Jackson in. But just looking at this as a fan of horror, as a fan of the Saw franchise, this is still mind-blowing to me. When the news first dropped that these two were going to be in this thing like 2 years ago, I thought it was bullshit. Like, I thought it should have, I was like, I had to check again. Did this website, did I get this information from wegotThisCovered.com or some bullshit? Because this sounded like absolute just horseshit. But I'm really glad. I'm getting more giddy by the minute watching. This is like the 5th time I've watched this thing today. So let's hop back in.
You saw your father.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Jigsaw copycat. This is gonna go sideways fast.
So it's interesting because apparently not only is Chris Rock a cop, but from what I understand, his father, Sam Jackson, is a retired cop. And this trailer kind of does a bit to further that as well, more than just what I had heard. So it's interesting. I wonder if Sam Jackson's character, because I also understand this is taking place in the same general area, like the city or around the city where Jigsaw did his thing years ago. So I'm curious if Sam Jackson ever worked on any of the old Jigsaw cases, and there's some sort of a correlation there. That's just the first thing that popped into my head.
All available units, officer down.
That was just a diversion to get us out of the precinct. I need everyone on this case. He could be anywhere. He could be anyone.
As just run of the mill as that line sounds, I like it. I really like it. That's the thing. I really love a whodunit like that. I mean, I'm wearing the Scream shirt right now. I love a whodunit, and especially when it's involved in the horror genre. So like I've always, you don't get that too much from Saw. I mean, maybe a little, and in the last one specifically, but it was bad. So the payoff really didn't do much for me. But this new Jigsaw can be anyone. Hearing that actually kind of perks me up a little bit. It seems refreshing. There's a few more other things I have to say about that, but we'll continue.
We're gonna tear this city apart.
I'm gonna let spin like a spiral.
Yes, in case you were very keen-eyed there was a picture of John Kramer, Jigsaw, Tobin Bell, the actor. So it's been said that Jigsaw and, Billy the Puppet, I did a video on this like a year ago. Jigsaw and Billy the Puppet weren't going to be a part of this thing. There was going to be a new puppet, and, Jigsaw, Tobin Bell himself wasn't actually going to be a part of it. This trailer seems to confirm a lot of that. And, I mean, I popped to see Tobin in this thing. If there's any flashback scenes with him in it, I honestly would be grateful for that, because I'm not even going to say in a lot of ways, Tobin Bell is the Saw franchise in the same way that, you have people like Robert Englund, for example. He's the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. You can make the case of, certain other characters, but who's the mainstay? Same way with Tobin Bell. And if it's a flashback, if all we get is that picture, I'll be happy that's at least there, because I think it should be. And also I noticed there's a song here on the soundtrack playing in the background that actually is saying the name of the movie. I'm curious if it was created just for the film. But anyway, I'll look into that a little bit later. That one kind of just popped into my head. Let's continue.
Hello.
So that's and I'll play the last few seconds. here in just a minute. So that's the new puppet. Let me see if I can actually bring it up here because it's kind of disturbing looking. Well, they've got these what you call it's in the way here. Come on. It's really hard to get it because anyway, because they have the little ad here or whatever, or the in-screen credit deal. But it's fugly as fuck. It is off-putting. The laugh was kind of sinister. I don't know. A lot of people are shitting on this new puppet, this new doll or whatever, but I'm not so sure it's going to be awful just yet. I think there's a lot of potential for it. And at the end of the day, it's just a fucking dummy. You know, it's not like it's the franchise or, you know, it's going to cause some stir that ruins the movie. At least I don't see it that way. And there was something else I wanted to mention here. Yeah. That right there. That right there looks like someone could potentially be in a very familiar situation. Huh? Very familiar situation. But if you'll notice here, Zeke, aka Chris Rock, is cuffed at the hand instead of shackled at the foot. Who knows what's going to happen there? We could be looking at something toward the end of the film. We could be looking at something put into the trailer to throw you off. Could be a nightmare. Could be something he gets out of another way. I don't know. I'm just saying that's some iconic looking shit right there. You know, in this franchise, that's some iconic stuff. Now back to the ending here, because you get to hear that voice, the new Jigsaw tape voice, a little bit better, and I'll let you all be the judge.
Hello, Detective Banks. When was the last time you saw your father?
Oh shit. When's the last? And it's kind of like it's not. To me, what I'm getting out of this is because I heard a lot of people act like this was, you know, some sort of voice manipulation that they had used. You know, so obviously they would go undetected. But to me, like if you look back, that's what got Hoffman caught in the end. Was they de-scrambled the voice or whatever and found out it was him. So. Number one, you think you'd learn from that mistake if you're someone to follow these people. And number two, to me, that sounds like some sort of computer-generated voice modulation, or I guess that's the word I'm looking for, like a Microsoft Sam type thing. So that's what I'm hearing out of that, and I think that's why it sounds like that. And the reason I keep harping on it is that, along with the puppet, seems to be the only two things that I've heard anyone bitch about. But in retrospect, you got to think. I've gone all day, and those are the only complaints I've heard. Success, because those things don't fucking matter really. Not really get down to brass tacks. And honestly, I don't agree with the opinion that it's a bad move on either one of them. I think that little puppet looks menacing and fugly and weird. So why wouldn't that be in a Saw film? And I've already made my thoughts on about that whole voice modulator. And I know those are nitpicking things, but I like to go, sometimes if people are complaining about things that are really unfounded, I like to kind of discuss on that. So there it is. There is trailer number 2 from Spiral, from the Book of Saw. Now, it says May 17th there. I thought I saw someone post on Twitter that this thing was going down on the 14th. And I'm pretty sure that was from like an official source. So let me check here. Yeah, the 17th would be a Monday, May 17th. I'm pretty sure this comes out on the 14th. I'm gonna go, even though this isn't a live stream, I'm gonna Google that shit right here. Spiral 2021. Let's see, because I don't want to give anyone any misinformation here. Yeah, May 14th. So I don't know how they fucked that up, considering it's their movie and this is IGN. And I promise you the trailer's official. I assure you. I don't know why it says May 17th. Maybe someone can help me out with that. But like I saw it posted from Lionsgate. They said the 14th. So, and that being a Friday, 17th being a Monday. I don't know. I think it's coming out on the 14th. It's been moved up. It looks really good to me. I want to know what you all think though. I want to know your thoughts about this trailer. Please let me know down in the comment section. I enjoy having a dialogue with people about this sort of thing. And while you're there, Leave a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe and turn on notifications. As always, got to do that begging, that shilling. And speaking of shilling, check down below in the description section. You'll see a link to my Twitter at bloody_brand. Link is down there. And my Patreon, where you can support this channel and what it is I do here. Speaking of which, and I do want to preface this with saying I'm actually working on a short video or a graphic to acknowledge the people who are helping me on Patreon, supporting this channel. Definitely starting with my newest producer, Rail the Great. Once again, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, and which is another reason I'm making a graphic or a video so I don't have to say these names and look like an even bigger idiot. So yes, thank you to my patrons. Thank you to the producers of this channel. Eternally grateful, as always. And with that said, I'm Brand from Bloody Breakdown. Very, very excited about seeing Spiral in just a little over a month now. We'll catch you all next time.